have on side of EG scaled so well into the late game with Darkseer, Nyx Assassin combo. You have Global Silence to follow things up. You have Anti-Mage. You're always going to be worried about the Cloud. So I also want to see how much Ricky's going to be able to get from the laning stage and transition that. Because you get Diffuse Power Treads, Diffusal Blade, you feel like you're the strongest hero on the map. Your Blink Strikes deal insane amount of damage. Problem is, you need to get to your second item. Probably going to be Manta style. Get rid of the Global. Have a bit more damage as well. Solo pickoff. We'll have to see. But it's an overall relatively good Ricky game.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah, sure is. I mean, could even go back into the Disperser. You know, we were talking about that earlier. Dispel, a basic Dispel on allies could be a good tool to use there for the Ricky if we get that far in. Kasane, why did you choose this cosmetic for the Brood?
Oh no, now I'm afraid.
Oh.
Can't cast. Golden and sick.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm calling the union. This is not permitted. Not contractually obliged to look at this Brood Mother. Oh, that top rune spot. Bounty rune grabbed by Matthew. Tomato blinks across to Ari. No real expenditure there from EG. And another bounty rune potentially here for the Nyx Assassin as he does stun Disruptor on his way through. Connects on Whitemon. And the two EG supports, they're bullying this TSM top lane. Whitemon needs to go for that Glimpse level 1 just to relieve the pressure a little bit. But it's a long walk across for the Ricky now as well.
Ricky down to half HP already. They might try to go for a kill or at least try to zone him out. Tomato not gonna be there for the first wave. Not gonna be there for the second wave.
Yeah, not gonna be there for anything. Is he gonna try and TP? Matthew attempting. Try and stun him in the fog, but Tomato knew what was up. Down that bottom lane, Pakaz does take a bit of a beating there from Ari and Kasane, leaving the AM alone. Not happy times for Pakaz. He's back up top, Matthew still lurking around, looking for Tomato and Whitemon. He will drag the range creep, block up the small camp at the same time. So lots of things being done there by EG in this top lane, just to give them little bits of advantages. Especially when you've got a Darkseer in your lane. You want the first 2 or 3 levels to be as smooth as possible.
Ricky doesn't provide you with any kind of like kill threat in this lane. Maybe if Matthew's out of position, glimpse back, double blink strike from Ricky, but it should be really good lane for EG. Darkseer, as you said, sometimes does struggle at the early stages of the game. Shouldn't be the case here.
Well, mid lane, Storm against Rubik. Looks like Storm's going to come out a couple of creeps ahead from the first few waves. Taking a beating in doing so, though. This Fade Bolt always going to be very irritating. Now up to level 2 for C-Smile. And of course, we'll start to see how both teams really address this rune control situation. As Matthew getting a 2-man stun, but still looks like he's going to die to first blood here. Tomato, after a few struggles in the first 2 minutes, gets the first takedown.
Oh, he said it. If he's out of position, Darkseer not really close to be able to help him out. Getting some solo XP here. Lane did push in. And Tomato sharing the first blood money with Whitemon.
Pakaz buying up the Ring of Health. Not sure if that's going to be a buy of the Vanguard or it's going to be casual Ring of Health. Because now, of course, it's Cornucopia that builds into Battle Fury. I know a few players early days got caught out by that, buying Perseverance and realizing that they can't buy Battle Fury with it anymore.
All habits die hard.
Yeah, they do.
Copium.
Right, that's your one for the day. You're done.
I'm afraid of this Brood Mother. I can't watch this bottom lane.
It's because the legs are so thin. Like that's what makes it look dangerous.
Real.
Yeah. If they had fat, chunky legs, it's like, haha, it's a Brood Mother. It's so cute and adorable. This is like real spider, real danger. The red markings on the back is like a... Is it Black Widow?
I think it is.
One. Oh, scary stuff. And Pakaz annoyed by the blast of Ari. Panda trying his best here to bodyguard the AM in these early days. And the Ring of Health and a bit of additional regen will keep the AM in lane at the very least. Yeah, decent start from TSM. Getting that first blood, getting Brawl to the top of the CS chart alongside the Ricky. This is what they need to be doing. These key items are so vitally important for their early game once the lane stage breaks down. Another attempt on the Ricky there, just chipping away at him. They've got to Whisper to level 3 now, so 2 points in the Iron Shell adds a lot more damage to this next Darkseer lane.
Keeping a point, just in case he finds an opportunity for Vacuum. Glimpse back. He'll always have something to play off with the Carapace on that Glimpse. Level 3.5 Whitemon, which is really nice for him considering he was getting solo XP until Tomato managed to get to the lane.
Double blood grenade. See if he can utilize that for another kill here with a glimpse back on Matthew. Thinking about the go. Carapace being held. Doesn't even get to use it. Tomato slays the Nyx.
Nice usage of the grenade to be able to slow him down. Making sure the kill gets secured there. Also, we didn't talk about the mid matchup because it's going to be a farm fest. 24-5 against 23 and 6. Rubik, like again, doesn't have that many great abilities to steal in this game. See Smile every single time. Oh.
Pakaz. Wow, rotation from Whitemon just comes bot through the gate. Back he goes top. A quick glimpse in and out. Kill on the anti-mage.
Whitemon got bounced 2 times by Roshan.
Oh, did he?
He did. Receiving the damage. Tomato seems like he's in a little bit of a trouble, but here comes Whitemon, and now they can go through the gates, gank the bottom. Kill Anti-Mage one more time. I'm sure that's going to happen.
Nyx. The Speedy Nyx is coming. Can he catch up to Whitemon here with the Iron Shells? Looks like they can, and Vacuum the Disruptor back. Does have one more glimpse. Oh, Whisper's there with the final punch. Tomato, in the meantime, sniping couriers in behind them. But yeah, what does the Riki do now? Because it feels like this is where things break down. Does Riki stay in this top lane against this Darkseer Nyx? Do they try and swap things around?
He's farming okay. Having 30 CS. So having power treads as well. He's elusive, can't dodge those stuns, use the smoke screen. Whitemon. Playing with Bryle, who's almost full mana. Panda now is going to drop here.
Gets the Arcane Rune. Dies for it though, and now C-Smile set at 200 HP. Getting blasted. But level 5 Storm not having that zip means no long-range initiation, so they can turn and kill Ari in the 1-for-1. Maybe with this Carapace on the Remnant, or Bryle has hit 6 now.
That's very aggressive.
Vortex catching up Matthew with another glimpse back in. They'll have the damage to bring him down, and Bryle has Ball Lightning to escape as well. Arcane Curse on him and a stolen Ball Lightning. Zip, in we go. See Smile countering Storm with his own arsenal of abilities. Thunderstrike upon the Rubik now, though, should slow him down and catch him in the kinetic field, but he's got the Ball Lightning still with mana pool to play with. See Smile's out of there, while Whisper 1v1's the Riki.
He soloed him. Whisper, what a player. I still remember his entrance at the Lima Major. By entrance, I mean how well he played. He was like one of the most aggressive players, whether he was playing the Primal Beast, getting those solo kills, and he's still doing it. Even in this new patch, finds an opportunity, gets some solo XP for himself, level 6.5 on a Darkseer.
Bryle has gone pretty deep down bottom. Fortunately for him, there's no Mana Void yet on the AM, so just a zip in, attempt on Pakaz's life, and then back away. Yeah, Vanguard, Anti-Mage working on treads next, so slow and steady here for Pakaz, just tanking up. Make sure he can stay in the lane. Oh, another go on top. Kind of cancelled out by the smoke screen and the glimpse. Moving Whisper away from there, but look at who's arriving. It's the Rubik. See Smile, he's pinging forward. Ball Lightning ready yet again. And they can't keep the vision over on top of them. TSM have already run far enough away.
You're also wondering what the item build on the Anti-Mage is going to be. Vanguard to have a little bit more sustain in this lane against Broodmother, and you also do have Vanguard that is being, I believe, delivered, yeah. One on Whisper. They're going to kill the tower so they can easily rotate their safe lane tower down to half HP. Pakaz will still get most of those creeps. Their damage is very limited on TSM. Riki early doesn't really provide you with much. Pagna as well until he hits level 6. So Pakaz should be fine. Broodmother will start to give a little bit more pressure in the lane with those spiderlings. Farm the jungle. yeah, Matthew already TP'd bottom, ready to help out Anti-Mage. They don't want to lose this tower.
Yeah, give some Whisper some farm from across the map as well, with the Iron Shell on him. So after this Vanguard treads on AM, what's next? Is it Battle Fury? Because we used to see this Radiance build on Anti-Mage as well.
I don't mind Radiance too much. You are playing against Brood, Pugna, like Ricky have a little bit of overtime damage. We'll see if he decides to get Battle Fury instead. If he wanted to, he could have gone for Cornucopia, have that extra region, but then Vanguard feels way too good considering what he's playing into. Ari should be fine.
Yeah, raindrops and stick charges there, keeping him up. Matthew connects a stun on Kasane, and Whisper rotating down here as well. Difficult kill, though, with Broodmother so speedy inside her webs. Skittering away. Looking to connect on Whitemon now, though, and moving up to high ground. C-Smile leads the charge. Another blast and a Fade Bolt, but the kinetic field locks them away from the Disruptor, so they turn onto the Pugna instead. Just popping through the raindrops and finishing him off with a blast. It's a pretty big spell for C-Smile to steal. I think that's probably the best one in this game. Nether Blast with the Arcane Supremacy. It's an awful lot of damage.
It really is. It also gives them tower damage because they don't have any. Like Anti-Mage doesn't deal any, neither does Darkseer. So stealing that ability is going to give them exactly what they need. They also have Catapult to play with on the mid lane at the moment. Bryle needs to be slightly careful. One last word, one Arcane Curse could change things a little bit.
Whisper just standing in Creep Wave, in Spider Army, next to the Brood and the Pugna with his Vanguard. He just doesn't care. They will ball in onto this Carapace Nick, so Matthew's able to get the two-man stun. Holds on for dear life. Panda now arriving, looking for a brawl around this tier 1 bottom lane. TSM not going to oblige. I might lose Bryle here, though. Getting a bit spooky with C-Smile arriving from the left-hand side. What have we got left? Like 200 mana on a Storm to zip away. Barely that. Gets up to 300 with his wand. And flies out of danger. But again, it's a TSM move gone astray. They move bottom with numbers and they get met with resistance. And this is while your AM is farming very
Ricky
nicely.
Doesn't put any pressure on AM at the moment. Bryle had Shield Rune in the previous fight and also had Bracelet, which does give now extra magic resistance. So sitting at 30% with it. Makes him extremely tanky for this stage of the game. Diffusal Blade now done. Now things do change. Anti-Mage, let's see. Ricky plus Disruptor could easily get a kill on AM. Cloud, into Slow, into Static Storm. Glimpse him back. Should be more than enough damage.
If they can find him. Yes, again, TSM had a bit of a poke there on the Darkseer, realizing they can take him to half HP, but they can't finish the job. And Matthew, now in Viz, going to spot out Ari. They would have loved to find Bryle walking up to that high ground near the Dire Ancients. Instead, Bryle will grab the Haste Rune. He does get jumped by the AM. Not enough damage with that level 1 Mana Void. Always seems quite pitiful compared to level 2 and 3 Mana Voids.
Sounds nice. Sounds good. The sound is very satisfying. Just not enough damage. I've also seen Anti-Mages like using it to get a little bit of farm, steal some creeps and stuff.
I just use it when you can. Oh, Brood Mama getting her job done. Tier 1 down, open up this bottom corner of the map. I'm definitely curious to see how she can control things up as they do get on top of Matthew. Not enough damage to finish him until Bryle arrives, and that long zip will secure the kill. Vortex back, looking for Whisper as well, so 2 big kills there for TSM, finally connecting properly with their gank.
They're going to be very strong for the next couple of minutes. Ricky having that Diffusal Blade, and also Storm Spirit just zipping around. Ricky provides vision. They could kill pretty much every single hero. Maybe not Darkseer with just 2 of them, because he does have Crimson Guard available. You could try to burn his mana, but it's still, every other hero should be afraid of just these 2. Tomato, he's setting things up on Pakaz's top.
Waiting for his moment to strike with Whitemon. Static Storm, Blood Grenade, but the Global Silence giving some protection. The Strength Treads, Vanguard AM, too tanky to contend with. And now Whitemon getting hounded. Arcane Curse, but Pakaz doesn't want to blink forward aggressively. Instead, we have Tomato jumping Panda. Ricky doing an awful lot of damage here. Whitemon finally dies in the end to the AM, while Tomato struggling to find the kill on Panda, gets the takedown, but now he might be losing his own life. Sentry is already down from the Radiant, and they've got blink strikes. Jump in again, Pakaz.
Another
finding
Sentry.
The final bit of damage is difficult, and Tomato's blinked down to the low ground with the tricks of the trade, while Matthew has died elsewhere.
Still a really good trade for TSM, losing only Disruptor. Ricky doesn't even die in the end. Now Ari will replenish his HP, so Tomato can go back to farming.
And Bryle goes back to zipping on Darkseer. And again, realizing alone he can't really do too much. See, Smile might be a target though. And if they can replenish Bryle's mana a little bit here, put him back in fighting shape. Now TSM saying no. We'll retreat from this one. And there's Pakaz's Cornucopia picked up. Battle Fury queued up.
It's gonna be a little late for Battle Fury, but this is also Power Treads Vanguard, so it should be okay. He's getting a lot of levels. Level 10 on Anti-Mage compared to Storm Spirit, who's only level 8 at the moment.
What's the new Ricky Shard? It's no longer Sleeping Dart, right? It's
No, we got rid of it. It removes armor and also can be targeted by allies. So Rubik with his shard can't save you. Force Staff as well.
Okay.
It's a good upgrade. So you need to like take care of yourself. You can't rely on your teammates.
Yeah, a normal pub. So when we have Static Storm and Smokescreen, we can't have that shard lift to save them, because that was like the counter in the last patch, right?
Disruptor was, I think, top 1 in terms of most picked heroes, most contested overall. Rubik was really up there because, you said it, Shard was so good against the Static Storm, especially with the Ag Static Storm. It's like, never mind, I have Shard, you can't do anything about it. So now with the... Well, he's still alive, got the global off.
Alright, does finally die. And now, that global gives an opportunity for EG to fight around the Darkseer, but a Static Storm dropped on him and Whisper trapped inside. TSM coming out of their shell a little bit here now. Getting a catch on C-Smile, turn this couple of kills into a third one, while Ari is hunting for Matthew. Low HP and 0 mana Pugna hunting for the Nyx Assassin. Some hefty kills there for TSM, and again it's this group up and fight. 5 men strong. They're all around this top tier 1 and making EG really sweat now.
For sure. Because Bryle is getting the farm. He is playing with Ricky. Tomato, like Kasane as well. He does have pipe available going into Crimson. I thought that we were going to see a bit of a different thing in this patch where offlaners would not go for these super tanky items. We've seen in the previous one Underlord buying all 3 of them, Guardian Greaves, Pipe, and Crimson Guard. Broodmother going for same. I don't think she's going to get Guardian Greaves. Someone else might buy it in this game. Yeah, seems like Pagana's going to be the one getting it.
So many aura items. Everybody needs to pick one. Oh, Matthew. Good connection onto Bryle mid. Lacking damage though. And now C-Smile dragged into the Broodmama's army of Spiderlings. Taken down quickly. Glimpse there on the Nyx Assassin as well. Lacking the control to keep Matthew nearby Bryle. While Panda being hunted by Tomato. Tricks of the trade, a TP out from Panda, looks like it should be successful. Can't get the backstab angle, while Bryle has found another target. Straight onto Matthew's Nyx Assassin. He misses the stun. A good dodge from Bryle, sidesteps it, balls away. And again, it's TSM striking while they think they know they have the advantage.
It's gonna take a lot of time until Pakaz comes online. Does have Battle Fury finished. Needs to use the Courier. This is 18 minutes Battle Fury. Rest of the team will need to drag the game as much as possible because right now they can't really fight back. They don't have enough damage. Again, Rubik doesn't really do much at this point. Like mid Rubik, looking at his items, this is Arcane Boots. Then he went for Ogre Axe, just a casual Ogre Axe. Decided to get Force Staff in the end to be able to push himself out of the trouble. Can't do it against the kinetic field. So still gonna have something. Another zip, but nicely timed stun from Matthew.
Yeah, that Vendetta strike doing a lot of damage as well. Removing half the mana of the storm. Decrep, Man of Void, still not enough to kill off.
He does
Bryle.
have regen. He's gonna take down. No, Pugna. Gotta save him. Whew.
Life Drain is there. And Broodmother, again, just skittering away. Good saves out from TSM. They do spend a couple of ultis. Just trying to fight in that bottom jungle. There's still a lot of room for Tomato. Get himself up at the top of the net worth now, closing in on 10k. Yeah, Ricky looking very powerful. I think your point about the Rubik. Also feeling a similar story with the AM in terms of impact anyway. We're not getting a lot of impact out of Pakaz after that Vanguard. Going into farming mode, you know, as you kind of expect. Into the Battle Fury, wanting to scale harder and harder. But the fact that Rubik can't pick up the slack and play actively like a Spirit would. You know, if this was an Ember or a Void Spirit, they'd be getting on top of people, causing havoc.
For sure, someone that can make rotations, someone that can make stuff happen. Rubik really not that hero, especially from the mid lane. Right now holding on to Nether Ward. It's only level 1, now steals spawn spiderlings. He's really struggling to find his place in this game.
Especially when he's a reasonably squishy target. I think he gets balled on by Bryle. A spiderling army can swarm him. So yeah, that Ogre Axe, is he just going to go Ags? Tomato, bottom, smoke screen. Can't finish off the next assassin. Does get dusted. But look at the cavalry coming over the hill. He sounds the horn and the rest of TSM are there to back up their buddy. Matthew dusted now. And the next assassin, he gets through all the Storm's mana pool. Bryle has the backup of the Pugnet to try and heal him up though. Need that life drain, but it comes out. Not lasting long enough, and Bryle looks like he's still going to fall here to the spawn spiderlings of the Rubik. Whisper, Crimson Guard, all the auras and buffs on him, surviving through the onslaught of Tomato. TSM now the ones on the run as EG. They bring every hero bottom to rally around the rest of their squad, and they get in on top of Kisane, potentially. Pakaz's blocked by the kinetic field, unfortunately. Can't close in on him. See Smile. The spawn spiderlings back on the Brood, but Ari there with the life drain healing him back up. Whitemon, Ari getting dragged around while Tomato snipes Panda in the back. Ricky opening up this fight, spreading it left and right. Ari's blocked them with a nether ward. Can't get through the tree line, while Tomato is really making them pay. Look at this Ricky go to work. Ari finally dead to the Man of Void. Ricky is dancing around Matthew and Whisper. Two fights happening at the same time as Pakaz is getting pulled on by Bryle. The glimpse back, dragging the AM, but the field will not pen him in. Now the counter spell up, but the Vortex was held by Bryle, patient and waiting for his moment to strike. While Tomato, he wants the anti-mage. Counter spell again, the shield is up, and he can't blink strike forward, so Pakaz is out of there. A chaotic fight though.
What a long fight. Storm Spirit did come back into life. Used Zip, lost all of his mana again. Is there a rune that they're going to be controlling? No, it's stop. So might still be able to pick it up. Ricky, where's the follow-up? Here comes the AM. They need a lift.
I'm not sure about this. They can't catch him. Even though he's dusted, Tomato's out of there.
And they managed to save Whisper there underneath the tier 2 tower, getting extra armor from Dragon Scale. Crimson Guard holding the casual cloak, and also Panda used Pavis on top of him to absorb a little bit more physical damage.
Yeah, super strong support item. Tomato, life drain back up to full HP. Shield rune there for Bryle to refill. Still in the position here, though, that EG don't feel comfortable really smoking or being active. They don't want to play on the enemy side of the river. They're continually reacting and looking for these fights under their own objectives, which makes sense when you've got this AM and Rubik. Not really much you can do. You're just waiting for your opponents to kind of dogpile, allow Whisper to get these vacuum wall plays going.
They need the big vacuum into AM ulti. Most likely you're looking into Impale. Like even Rubik's Lift is fine. 2-3 people. Arcane Curse should also work out nicely. Now Ricky does have another layer of the spell for himself. Manta Style is available. Let's see if EG wants to contest this one. Doesn't seem like they're anywhere close near the Roche Pit. 23 minutes, gotta watch the clock. Can't just go into Roche Pit.
2 minutes tonight. Let's see if he goes on a wander again. No contest at all from EG. They know it's happening. They know there's nothing they can do about it. Just continue getting this anti-mage as large as possible. 600 gold, or 400 gold until the ultimate orb for that Manta style is a complete the item. Game plan for EG, kind of just hold high grounds, hold tier 2s, try and fight around your own objectives and bounce back across the map once you win one. And TSM, firm grasp on this with Ricky's strength, showing it off in the mid lane onto C-Smile. Matthew trying his hardest here to buy time and does successfully get the Rubik out of there.
Gets the Crimson. But Ricky with the Cloud, shard upgrade. So can be targeted by your allies. They cannot save you. And also reducing their armor by a little bit. Ricky.
He's toying with them. He's playing with his food, Tomato. C-Smile zipped on. Static Storm's a good one. Beautifully placed by Whitemon, and they'll take down Matthew. Rubik still alive, but not for much longer. Blown up and killed off Kasane, getting a double. Pakaz does turn and take down Bryle. But Tomato still able to keep jumping forward. Aggressive movement onto the Darkseer. A quick life drain there will force the surge away.
He's so tanky.
Back. He's tanky, but he's trapped. Stuck inside the kinetic field. The blink strike, the final touch of damage, and the triple for the Broodmother. And Pakaz, the only man left standing, having to blink away from the onslaught TSM are bringing.
TSM is so quick with the reacting. They're still holding these Aegis, going for the pickoffs, understanding that they really don't have any cooldowns on their side. They can keep fighting all the time, even if there's no static storm. Every other hero has like 15-second cooldown max on their abilities, so they can keep fighting, keep the pressure going. Good thing for EG is Anti-Mage is not dying. He died once in the laning stage, dodging these ganks from Ricky. Tomato has been trying to find him, but unsuccessfully.
Yeah, just this Broodmother has honestly surprised me quite a bit. The amount of net worth she's able to gain, spreading across the map, farming all these camps, and now backstabbing Panda in the bottom lane. Top of the net worth. Kasane incredibly farmed. I don't know if they can catch Matthew here. Tomato wants to, though. Look at him go. Tricks the trade. Carapace popped. Blink strike dodges the impale. Gets on top of Matthew. Didn't see that one coming.
That was nicely done by Tomato. He's all over the place. Bryle will have much easier time now that he picked up his BKB. Looking for another rune. They've been controlling the runes for the last 10-15 minutes. Every single rune pretty much belonged to Storm Spirit. Rubik not utilizing it. It says 7k gold lead for TSM, but if you look at some of the items, like for Rubik, he still needs 300 gold to farm his Aghanim Scepter. So for now, this is almost 4,000 net worth, dead net worth on him.
Yeah, pretty much stats
if they
only.
take a fight right now.
Now, how does Mana Void work into BKB now? Does the AoE damage...
Pierce's debuff immunity, no.
But then does the AoE damage work? You just can't do it at all. Because you can still cast it on someone with debuff immunity, right?
Yeah, you can cast it. I assume that they don't get the damage, even around themselves.
Okay.
I could be wrong. This is straight up.
There's a lot to learn.
It's a lot. It's a learning experience.
I'm asking
Learn
all
with
the
us,
hard
chat.
questions.
Oh, it's a good question.
We'll probably see in the next fight. Because Bryl's going to be the one that he wants to target anyway. Maybe, yeah, try and snipe at the Pugna, we'll see.
Yeah.
Oh, web stolen by the Rubik. All sorts of silken nonsense on the floor down in that bottom lane now. Webs everywhere. Someone needs to get to the spring cleaning. And TSM swarming from bottom back into mid. Looking just to claim up these tier 2 towers while they still hold Aegis for about a minute or so here on Tomato. Keep playing that aggressive style. EG being hemmed back in their base. Not really anywhere they can be out on the map right now. And it feels like this is one of those situations where AM feels like an ideal hero you have on your side because the map is so wide open. You could look to split push, get that additional bit of farm, but it also means the rest of your team is doing literally nothing. So he wants to be nearby, just nearby enough that he can farm and join the fight.
There are a lot of camps that he can farm, but map is getting smaller for the rest of the team. Now they're gonna smoke, global silence, all the green dots are available, pretty much except Matthew. He's trying to chase, gets the stun.
Does land it. Static Storm's down, but Nyx Assassin not caught inside, and they're backing back into the wall with the global over the top. Damage is lacking, though, from EG. They're struggling to stick on a target, and Matthew falling quickly. Nobody dead on TSM side just yet. They've killed the Nyx Assassin, and Kasane looking for that next target. It'll be the Darkseer. Whisper falls, and EG, it looked like a good fight to start things off, but they fall so short.
It's not enough. They have all the 3 aura items, so even the AM ulti is not gonna deal as much damage. But Kasane's item build, he's popping off. He's the micro god. He definitely strikes me as like 33 type of a player. He's definitely still not there, but he's getting there because 33 made the name for himself playing these zoo heroes. Kasane, complete domination in this first game. Getting that Hex. Look at how tanky he is. Has Pupil's Gift as well.
Yeah. Well, the Tormentors no longer have a backside, so Tomato can't backstab them anymore, sadly. The cube has too many sides to it.
It's not as tanky coming out from your Pupil's Gift because Brunot is a universal hero, and Pupil's Gift only provides half of the value to all attributes.
Oh,
So,
okay.
no,
I didn't know that.
You just get the damage.
Today I learned a lot of things.
It's still a lot to digest in this patch.
That really is. AG all smoked up. I'm trying to bait Whisper. TSM not falling for it. And Kasane was edging closer, but decides better. Oh, that decision. And I'll go back to their normal spot and head down to bottom. Farm out that bot lane. Cut the wave. They'll start prepping themselves for that next Roshan. So if minimum respawn time is 1 minute, it'll still be daytime. It's going to be a daytime Rosh. It's like guaranteed Radiant side Rosh. So this is the perfect place to be.
Gary, you need to be a coach. This is some next level stuff you're talking about right now.
I'm just looking at the clock.
Looking at the clock. Checking when... I mean, it's easy because it's like straight up 30. Oh, big zip from Bryle. Owing that double damage, but doesn't find anything. The big one is Ricky with Nullifier. So if he gets the cloud on top of you, your allies cannot save you. And also you can't save yourself with the Force Staff. So you're guaranteed to stay inside of the smoke screen.
Yeah, they're pretty much guaranteed to stay inside of the Static Storm kinetic field. Certainly you've been calling it such a good combo. This Disruptor Ricky. Pakar's TPing away from that top left corner. Where he joins the rest of his team. Brood Mama atop the cliff. Sending little spiderlings forward. One of them's got an ion shell on it, and they all get zapped down by Sea Smile in the end. But getting a little bit of information there that EG are gathered up in the mid as 4. And Pakar's playing under dire vision. TSM know exactly where EG are. And 1 minute 20 until Roshan. That's what we're playing for right now. That's probably why Tomato's down in that bottom right corner, lurking in the shadows.
Tomato also collecting Lotuses. Has greater healing Lotus on himself. He does so much damage in short period of time. Also, Cloud destroys his Nyx Assassin. We've seen him being victim of it for so many times. Dust. Bryle. Not gonna risk anything. Pops the BKB immediately. He probably thought the rest of the team is there to back him up.
Yeah, I mean, that's how EG have been playing for the past 10 to 15 minutes, right? Group up as 5. Nobody's left alone. The first time, really, Nyx makes a foray out onto the map without the squad behind him. And he does die. Still 30 seconds for Roche, though. Looks like Tomato's going to pop up to top. Maybe get some watchers, clear out that top wave.
When I read the patch notes, I always wondered what does this bring to the table when AM, like, changed the mana break, now plays a slightly different sound when the target is below 50 mana. I guess, like, different sound gives you idea to use ulti. It's like, ding, ding, ding. Use Mana Void on the hero.
Yeah. That's just a little bit of help. Make things easier for people like me. I can't be bothered to click on the enemy hero to see what their mana pool is.
Below 50 sounds like very big number. I think if they wanted to help with that, maybe 25% would be a much better choice.
Yeah, maybe. I guess it just gives you a general idea of what's going on. EG, known for their team fighting prowess, still in a position here where they can strike back, especially if they take this fight while TSM are roshing. Got to clear out that bottom wave first, though, to make things a little less obvious. And TSM waltz into the pit and start things off already.
One thing I noticed is TSM is using blood grenades for every single team fight. Sometimes it's Whitemon, sometimes it's Pugna. The extra 15% slow is really big, and also canceling your blink daggers potentially. It's not like they have any in this game, but...
Blown up. Buyback. Matthew wants in. That Scythe of Ice out of Kasane, though, making short work of the next assassin. They do jump onto Pugna with Pakaz. Take him down. Anti-Mage with the BKB, aiming for Tomato now as well. And EG finding an opening, but they're going to lose Matthew one more time. The dieback of the next assassin comes in. And a global silence from Panda giving cover here to Pakaz. Still difficult, though, to stick on a target. Broodmother is elusive. The Storm Spirit is all over the place. It's not enough. And Tomato comes back in to slay the Darks here. It's all down to Pakaz. The Anti-Mage is 1v5, basically, in this game. Smile. Oh, he's not going to be smiling anymore. Chris Slug dies inside the cloud. Smoke screen from Ricky. Making things easy here. Pakaz,
Ryle has no mana.
Very low Storm Spirit. Does get killed off in the AM. Oh, he's making TSM work for it. Tomato's back in, though. Oh, dropping that Pakaz Anti-Mage very low. And maybe if they can
Hex
get
in a
bit of vision, the glimpse not available, but the Hex, you're right, it is. Scything up Pakaz, but the damage not coming. The Anti-Mage still strong enough to withstand everything in this team fight.
I think Ricky got stunned by Ogre Smash, so he couldn't get there. The blink strike. He could have blinked.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm being serious. This is actually insane because I saw him being there stuck for no reason. I'm like, what's Tomato doing? But now Roshan's gonna be top. It's still relatively okay fight. They bought back on side of EG with multiple heroes, but Pakaz is not dying. He didn't die for 30+ minutes.
He's the one sticking point that TSM have in this game now. Just looking at these TSM heroes, you're talking about people not dying, having very good KDAs. Kasane is 10-0-16. Tomato after that really awkward first 2 or 3 minutes now, 11-1 and 12. More than recovered and looking dominant here in game 1. 16k lead amassed, Aegis and Cheese in hand. And TSM is looking for that little moment that gives them the edge to close things out.
Now AC done on Kasane. He's extremely tanky, holding on to Cloak of Flames. His magic resistance is super high. He can stay in the fight for the whole duration. Like, even if his whole mana is gone, Sight will give him enough mana regen to pop Insatiable Hunger anyway. It's 80 mana spell, so...
yeah. They'll get it off no matter what.
And again, Ari holding on to Blood Grenade.
Oh my god. Well, the bug gets squashed. Ricky 3 hits him. Aghanim Scepter now up for this Ricky as well. And yeah, you're right about these blood grenades there. They're everywhere. Ari holding on to one. Well, this is where things get interesting, right? With this new map and new ways of playing, trying to discover how to push high ground and control the map the way that you used to. TSM are so far unable to breach towards tier 3s. And it does give more time for this AM to get that additional item, the ability to hold on a little bit longer. And even the dogs here, you know, kind of level and item reliant hero. Once he gets big, get up towards level 20 talent, stuff like that, get a Blink Dagger and an Aghanim Scepter, you can cause some problems.
You can. He's still very far away from it. Getting the farm, like his impact in a team fight, he's also having a BKB, wants to be able to get his abilities off in a fight. Cloud did destroy him, plus a nullifier, can't surge away. So BKB, bit of like forcing you to buy an item that you don't want to buy, spending 4,000 gold on something is how you itemize in Dota. Like Ricky, he buys the shard for himself and then puts enemy in a difficult spot. Now with the Aghanim Scepter, holding Titan Sliver, 38 minutes, we're gonna see tier 4 items as well. Kaz was thinking about for a long time what he wants to get from his neutral item. Ended up going Penta Edge Sword, wants to have a little bit more damage. Darkseer. Oh, this is a big one. Martyr's Plate. Redirects 20% of all damage dealt to your allied heroes towards you.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool one. You can even deny yourself with it if the last bits of damage are from the plate itself. I see Smile with a 38-minute Hand of Midas. Really wanting this game to go the distance. Wants the experience because he's not... This is the thing, right? You've got Aeom on your team. You're not getting out on the map. You're losing out on map control. You need some way to get XP and gold. It makes sense to get the Midas here.
No tome for you. No outpost XP. So can't rely on two of those things. You're not getting the XP rune. If you're stuck in the base, you only get XP from the stuff that gets close to you. Bryle found himself a timeless relic. That's going to be a big one. Amplifying damage. And also longer duration vortex.
Yeah, we'd love to see a Magnum Scepter up on Bryle soon. If we can get there. There's a Tormentor on the left side. Taken out by Kasane and Tomato. Quite simply, that gives Ari his shard, which is that Nether Ward upgrade. Basically, AoE life drain. And Ricky straight up to high ground, it looks like. Aiming for Matthew again. Next assassin down low, but the AM, Abyssal Blade onto the Storm Spirit as Brawl pops his BKB. Panda trying to give that coverage and safety with the Global Silence, but it's a long cooldown ulti to be expending for nothing in exchange.
Everything's glowing. Crimson, Pipe of Insight, Aura, Havis on top of it, your own shields that you have. They've been from Bryle.
Go. Good stun from Nyx. Vacuum into the wall. 3 men caught up in it, but they've blown up Sea Smile. Your mid laner is dead in the blink of an eye. And the anti-mage inside the Static Storm trying to mantra away with a counter spell up. He does get the distance and turns on the Bryle. Always healed back up. Pops the cheese and off he pops. Nyx assassin dropping low. Kasane and Tomato with a double kill. And Ari under the Glimmer Cape, safe and sound against the AM who's scythed yet again. Pakaz has to blink away. And Panda, the nullifier from long range, allows Kasane to chase him, slow him, and kill him off. Whisper in trouble now as well as EG lose 4 heroes with no buyback. And TSM on the verge of victory.
Tomato, his Aegis is going to expire in a second. Anti-Mage, he's going in. He wants the kill. That's only 1k mana pool on Broodmother. It's not enough to get a kill with the Mana Void.
Yeah, you see it right there. Can't even kill Kasane. Let's look at the balls of Tomato going deep, looking for kills under tier 4s.
TSM doesn't have much tower damage, so they need to take the fights. Like, even when they kill 3 heroes, like, their tower damage is still limited. There are also no creeps in the base right now, and this is what I talked about. Kasane, if he has any mana left in the pool, will pop Insatiable Hunger, go back to full HP.
Incredible. This might just be one lane of barracks. We'll see how far TSM pushes it. EG does have this glyph, and everybody's respawning soon. Bryle, he sees the Nyx assassin in the trees, and they take him down quickly. Another global used up here. Again, nothing in the trade for EG. Losing the range racks. Melee still standing, but not for too much longer. Oh, Tomato, 2 hits, slices the Sansa in half.
And even tips him. Daedalus, level 25 Ricky. Tricks of the Trade cooldown taken on level 25. So has it. 8-second cooldown. Yeah, this game looks really rough. I don't know if Anti-Mage can solo carry it, even though he's playing into Pugna, playing into Storm Spirit. The itemized nicely.
Look at Ari. Shadow Amulet hiding away from the AM as Brawl, Kasane hunting their targets. Down in the bottom lane, the Darkseer was tanky, but he doesn't survive from this Ricky damage. And Kasane, like you said, just insatiable hunger, stand your ground, keep on fighting while Bryle balls in. A good stun for the Nyx, holds back the storm, but the pocket Ricky starting to go to work now, and a glimpse on Matthew will drag him into the waiting arms of TSM, only for him to be forced out away again. A final lane of barracks remains, but the immediate Scythe of Ice into Static Storm. Yes, AM's tanky, but the rest of your team is dying in the meantime. They control Pakaz, kill everybody else off. See Smile into the Ghost Scepter form. Looking like he's going to get back to Fountain. Pakaz and See Smile so much on their plate and no appetite for them to fight. Smoke screen's down. AM runs away. And TSM
back in, getting hexed.
And
they burst him?
They absolutely can this time. Yeah, dead for 100 seconds. And now GG is called. It's a long time coming, but TSM, a real systematic game here for them.
They woke up and they chose violence today. TSM. Really big difference how they played yesterday. A lot.